the killer of Ichinose Keiichi, who staged it as a suicide. It was you. Eh? Me? No way. Suddenly saying, I'm the culprit? What the? I didn't do anything. You are the grandson of a famous detective. If you call someone out mistakenly, I won't let you off easily. Yoki-san, thanks for the warning, but I'm not mistaken. This is the absolute truth. To speak like that, you must have faultless proof, yes? Yeah. If you accuse me of being the culprit, show me the proof. I'll show you exactly that, right now. The faultless evidence. Let's go. First, explain to us how you know the man in the office's manner of death. As far as I can tell, isn't it really just a suicide? Of course, it's no suicide. This evidence found at the crime scene disproves that. The evidence found at the crime scene proving murder is internal. Oh, the gun is it the fan? Well, I would say it's the piece of paper on the desk, but since that's not an option here, the broken fan. I replaced the broken fan with a new one. When I did, the suicide note on the table was blown away by the breeze. What about it? Is it a problem? Yeah, a big problem. The fan was broken because a bullet from the gun pierced it. It's the same bullet that killed the victim. In other words, the fan was broken at the time the victim died. Therefore, how could the victim have placed a suicide note on the table? The fan was working while he was alive. If he had put the note there, the wind would have blown it away. Ah! This definitively proves that. The note was put on the table after the fan broke. Thus, it was also placed there after the victim had died. Ah, I see. So that's what happened. Well, this proves the victim didn't commit suicide. So, we know the victim didn't commit suicide. But that doesn't prove I'm the culprit. Geez, I know. I was only answering the question asked. The real show begins now. I'm going to explain everything about how you killed Ichinose Keiichi. What are you saying? And I have an alibi. Your alibi is that you were in the archive at the time, right? That was all a lie. You faked your alibi using a certain trick. What? A trick? The trick the culprit used to set up their alibi is the burned paper. This paper, do you remember it? Ah! You used this paper to build your alibi. Your fake alibi of being in the archive. What lies? There's someone attesting to my alibi, isn't there? Someone. The receptionist, you mean? Yes, I was talking with her on the phone in the archive. Wasn't she confirming it too? At least, she was convinced you were in the archive. Eh? Stop these wild accusations. She was the one who called me while I was up there. If I had been in the office to commit the murder, I couldn't have picked up the phone in the archive. So, that's it? Let me answer that for you. The way you took the call to the archive was... Took the call in the office. phone you picked up wasn't in the archive. It was in the office. Ugh. What are you saying? Didn't she say she called the archive just then? How could I have answered a call to the archive from the office? You're still playing innocent? Let me expose your trick right now. Then. Alrighty. First, let's start by explaining this paper. This was taken from the incinerator outside last night. The burned part of this paper is the key. The burned portion of the paper was for the... could I check my evidence? Maybe not. I think... So, my deduction is that she gave this piece of paper to the receptionist, but in fact, the numbers were mixed up, where the actual number to the office, she wrote for the archive. So then the receptionist, who actually just started working a couple of days ago, didn't know. She called the archive, but it was actually connected to the office. So the burned portion, I mean, there's a lobby of the office and the archive, but the archive and the office numbers were switched. So the burned portion of the paper was actually for the office, but this question is kind of vague. The burned portion was for the archive according to the paper. This part once indicated the archive. How do you know that? Aren't you just guessing? Sorry, but I'm not guessing. This paper is the internal call registry of this library. Yes, the paper at the receptionist was making a fuss about losing. These numbers indicate the phone numbers of the rooms in here. The three places with phones are the lobby, office, and the archive. The only possibility for that burned portion is the archive. But that's not all. There are other oddities with this paper. What do you think they are? I don't know. I don't understand your nonsense. Then, let me enlighten you. The strange thing about this phone registry is that the office number written here is wrong. The real number for the office should actually be 112. This is the dreadful writing number part where writing number / letters and they don't recognize it. Come on. 2. There we go. Not so bad. The correct office number is actually 112. No way! Yet, on this paper, the office phone number is 121. The number 121 is the original number for the archive. You get it now, right? The numbers for the archive and the office were swapped on this list. Thus, the receptionist wanted to call the archive, but got the office. The receptionist started working here only very recently. It is also easy to get confused by the numbers such as 112 and 121. It wouldn't be difficult to make her question her memory. Additionally, the numbers having been swapped isn't something that one normally comes to mind. Made a fake phone number list and pasted it at the front desk. You then answered the call intended for the archive from the office. That was also why you had to shoot from that position. The position next to that specific item in the office. The item next to where the shot happened is the phone. course, it's the phone. You killed the victim while speaking on the phone with the receptionist. Stop. You were in the office at the time of the crime. There, you waited for the call that you had arranged for the receptionist to make. As you pointed the gun at the victim, he was likely drugged and unconscious, hence why he didn't call out for help. Then, you picked up the phone and acted as if you were in the archive, before finally pulling the trigger. Well, this is the full story behind your alibi trick. After your crime, you disguised the death as a suicide and fled the restroom before we came to check on the gunshot. You then snuck back to the archive as if nothing happened. So, you still have a defense? If so, do you mind if we check your fingerprints against this paper? Even if we have to look everywhere on this island, we should be able to find the materials for checking them. So, what now? Still denying it? Ugh! Ah! No, I'll stop. It's useless now. So, you admit to it? Yeah, I have no other choice. No way! You were the culprit? What? Why did... I had a bad feeling. As soon as something unplanned happened. Something unplanned. You coming in. I heard other people entering the library. It was just before the crime, when I picked up the phone. But it was too late to abandon my plan. Everything went off the rails after that. It also wasn't planned for the fan to break. Without thinking, I put the note there on the desk. I was surely too rushed. But I can't believe this weak lady is a culprit. But at least... Oh, that was too fast, I couldn't see. No, not yet. This case is still not over. The case isn't over. Still haven't confirmed the culprit's real identity. This woman, hidden behind this veneer, is someone else. Her true self. Hey, Kindaichi, what do you mean by her real identity? I'll explain. Everything right now. The keyword indicating her real identity is, let's pinpoint it for them. Indicating her real identity. She's the Misa lookalike. Okay. Is that what we want? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she was a person we saw yesterday destroying evidence, and you know, if you look closely, like, her features and everything does match this person. And the one giveaway was the necklace that she was wearing. It was the same necklace as a person from last night. Uncle, last night, we saw a girl very much like Misa in the library backyard, right? That was actually the woman right in front of us. What? Kindaichi, are you sure? The thing that guided me to that conclusion was this particularly burned phone registry. Only the culprit would know its significance as evidence. This paper is something that could have haunted the culprit. She had to dispose of it by any means. The person we saw in the backyard who looked like Misa, she was about to dispose of that paper. For the culprit, it was damning evidence. No one could see it. But the murderer and the one destroying the evidence don't have to be the same person. Could it have been an accomplice? Yes, you're right, but there's something else. Something that also proves it was her. It is her pendant. It was her pendant. Try to remember. The girl who looks like Misa was wearing a pendant around her neck. That pendant looks the same as the one she's wearing now. To confirm if my deduction is right, we can ask her to remove her glasses and untie her hair, and then all will be cleared. All will be clear. Can we ask you to? Fine. I'll do as you ask. As she spoke, she untied her hair and removed her glasses. And, from where she stood, a seemingly new woman was suddenly standing in front of us. I had to remember to breathe when I saw what was underneath. Kindaichi. Yes, as I thought. I was right. Well, are you happy now? It's Misa. Exactly like Misa. Say, tell me, who the hell are you? Who? What do you mean? You look too much like one of my friends. Misa, who called me here. Toba Misa. What? When I said Toba Misa, the color drained from her face. As I thought, she has some connection to Misa. Hey, answer me. Tell me your name. My name? My name is Toba Mitsuru. What? Toba Mitsuru? If I recall, Toba Mitsuru is Misa's mother. Misa's alter ego? That's hilarious. This is the same name as Misa's mother. Kindaichi. She's Toba Misa's mother? No, it can't be. Their ages don't fit. Do they? No matter how you look at her, Misa was about my age. Then, what's going on here? Are you saying it's just a coincidence? A coincidence? No. No way. It's too much for a coincidence. My name is Toba Mitsuru. No way. Oh, that's it? Do you know a girl named Toba Misa? What is your relationship to her? Who are you talking about? That is not someone I know. Liar. The color drained from your face as soon as I said her name. That's a reliable indicator that you know who I mean. I only reacted because you said the name Toba. I merely didn't expect someone having the same surname. Are you claiming this is all a coincidence? It can't be. It can't be a coincidence. Okay, that's it. Enough of this. Huh? What? What do you mean by enough? Your free time with the culprit ends here. That's what I meant. No. See, I still have questions, and her motive is still not... I thank you for having solved this little murder situation. But talking idly about this and that is a different story. I will isolate her in the coal factory I manage. Right now. Why in a place you manage? There's no police presence on this island. There's no other good place to lock up a criminal. In other words, I'm graciously offering a place to lock her up. That's the end of it. You're saying we should be grateful. Wait, give me one more minute. No, you cannot. We will take over the asking of questions. Don't you get it? Your involvement ends here. What the? Say, have you forgotten the deal we made? If you disobey me, I'll have to forcefully evict you. By boat, of course. Damn. A few minutes later, the coal miners came to the library. They took away the girl named Toba Mitsuru. I ended up being unable to speak to her further. Get her out of here. Yes, sir. The girl who introduced herself as Toba Mitsuru, her facial expression had already faded away. I had no chance to ask what was on her mind. Culprit in the Ichinose Keiichi murder, reproducing the tragedy 25 years ago, said her name was Toba Mitsuru, the name of Toba Misa's mother. Oh, there's so many questions. Person keyword updated. The culprit was taken away. This Hyoki guy is still here. You still have things to ask, why not try him? Yeah, may as well. There was already a lot bothering me before solving the case. Let's ask Hyoki about some of it. Didn't you know she was the culprit from the start? If you ask me, you knew about the whole case. I can't shake that feeling. What a strange accusation. I was merely an onlooker for that little incident. The victim, Ichinose Keiichi, as a VIP, he was quite distanced from the workers, no? Was her crime motivated by that? I don't know the details, but isn't that possible? Isn't that probable? Well, now that the case is solved, it doesn't really matter. Yoki-san, can you tell us more about the culprit? She said her name was Toba Mitsuru? Who the hell is she? Sorry, but I don't know either. It seems she's been working on this island for a long time. I didn't hire her. I'm hearing her name for the first time today. Toba Mitsuru. Is that such a rare name? What's the problem? Now that the case is solved, I wanted to ask you some questions. Questions? For me. With the culprit taken away, you're the only one to ask. The tragedy 25 years ago. Do you recall hearing that phrase? The tragedy 25 years ago. The cases occurring now are the same as that tragedy. Someone like you, who knows a lot about this island, should know of that case, right? No, nothing. I've never heard of those words before. Now that that's out of the way, let's end this chit-chat. Wait, we still have... Did I not just say, chat time is over? I've had enough of the playground detective games. What is he saying? None of his answers helped at all. No matter what I ask, it's always dunno and no idea. And let me warn you one last time. Don't poke your noses into other people's affairs again. We all have secrets we want to keep to ourselves. Remember that, boys. Damn him, we didn't learn a single thing in the end. I thought we'd learn more about the island by solving the case. Yoki Ryohei. This guy surely knows the island's mystery. If not, he wouldn't have a reason for hindering us this much. Yoki Ryohei. Damn, who the hell is he? What the hell is he plotting? While I may have revealed a secret to the case, many mysteries still remain unsolved. The culprit with the name of Misa's mother, Toba Mitsuru. Who is she? What is the link between the tragedy and this repeated case? And where we are now, another Twilight Island. The mysteries are still hidden behind a thick veil. Oh, well, there's definitely a lot of unanswered questions with this chapter. It was definitely, I feel, easier and shorter than the first case. It was a lot of things were a lot more obvious, I think, especially having the first case set up some of the background information for us. But nonetheless, it's very good. I think it's a good gateway for us to get into the mystery of this island and the mystery and the tragedy that occurred 25 years ago. I just want to learn more about it. I was disappointed we couldn't ask her more questions to find out exactly what the details are of this whole situation, but I do have my theory, and I guess I will keep playing to see if it does play out the way that I think it is. But anyways, I'm going to end this episode here. If you like what you see, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.